The following program is an LTX Enterprises production. The Falls Count Everywhere podcast would like to mention our friends at the following. The Searcher and Hide podcast. For mind-intriguing discussions about wrestling, movies, Bigfoot, aliens, and everything in between, then look no further than the Searcher and Hide podcast. You can find the Searcher and Hide podcast on Podbean, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many other platforms. Go check them out today. And Outside the Ring STL, join Shaft and General Vader along with others who share their love for professional wrestling as they talk about the recent shows from the major wrestling companies, all independent promotions from around the St. Louis area, and even talk about great moments in St. Louis professional wrestling history. Find them on Facebook at Outside the Ring STL. Get ready for episode number 34 of the Falls Count Everywhere podcast, featuring one of the most recognizable professional wrestling tag teams to ever come across the Midwest, the Lumberjacks. This podcast is scheduled for one episode where falls count everywhere. We thank all of you joining us for tonight's episode of the Falls Count Everywhere podcast. Before we get underway, we pay honor, tribute, and respect to the greatest nation in the world as we play our national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, that ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the
All right, everybody. Good evening, and it is your Thursday night ritual here. It is episode number 34 of the Falls Count Everywhere podcast. This week featuring the Lumberjacks, Abe and Gabe, that will join us here in just a couple of quick minutes here. And like I said, great to see everybody here. I am Rough Cut Rick Ruby, one of your co-hosts here. Yes, trying to man this ship here. The other guy on the other side here, who apparently is still having a good stream as of now, and that is Mr. GQ, Matthew Wayne Schuyler III. I think we finally got rid of them gremlins for good, my friend.
I hope so. But, you know, I'm happy coming off of a great interview that I did with Russell Talk Podcast, to where I actually beat them in trivia again.
Oh my gosh, I don't know. It's like, should we even bother show up next time? I
will still say Drake Lee, it's not the fault. When Renee was on here, he lost it, and then the guy that looked like the Mr. GQ off of Wish, he lost that. So,
oh yeah, poor nightmare. Yeah, one of the original guys that did it. But hey, we're gonna get to talking a lot, but I know that it's something that's come up with Guardians, some type of scheduling, to where our guests are going to need to kind of vent out a little early this evening, which I totally understand. We'll get to other things that are coming up here. One of those events, of course, will be coming up here in our is as we talk with our featured guest here. But let's go ahead and not prolong this any longer here, and we'll get them on. But our featured guest of the evening are real life Long brothers who started in the wrestling business together back in 1988. Since then, they have traveled throughout many states, appearing in at least 20 promotions and winning tag team championships in 8 of them. With both of them perfecting a brawling ground and pound offense, these bulls of the woods cut down their competition like no other and have gained the legendary Hall of Fame status and success. Tonight, we chat with both of them and to reflect on their careers and discuss their opportunity coming up. Yeah, coming up this Saturday in St. Clair for American Championship Wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen of the Falls Count Everywhere Nation, put your hands together for Abe and Gabe, the Lumberjacks.
Oh, I probably should click down there. Hold on.
Thanks for having us. Thanks for having us, man.
Good to be on here.
All right, guys. Hey, good to see you. Good to see you, man. Well, how are you guys doing? First off,
so far so good, I guess.
Not bad, pretty good.
All right,
gearing up and getting ready for the show.
Man, I'll tell you what. And like I said, it's been kind of a crazy weather situation we've had around here. We've actually had snow a couple days ago, followed by rain yesterday, and now we had like sunny and like 62 around where I was at today. So it's like, hopefully your immune system isn't checked, or else you're going to get sick really quick. So
yeah.
But but we're going to get to talking here about that here. But I know that you guys have, you guys are on borrowed time here this evening. And I still appreciate you showing up. And
no problem.
It's great, we're gonna have a little fun here tonight. And then of course, this in less than 48 hours, you guys are going to be back in business inside those ropes, and we'll get to that. So, so first off, I want to talk. I mean, you guys are real, like you guys are brothers for real, growing up.
Yeah.
So, could each of you tell us, and you guys can decide who goes first, but could you tell us what it's like growing up with each other as brothers? And did you get along most of the time, or did you disagree and fight a lot?
Not really. I mean, we had our moments like any brothers, I guess, but we just we clicked and worked together, and it seemed to.
Yeah, we always went fishing together. We rode our bikes together.
Worked on cars and trucks together.
I mean, me and him pretty tight out of our family. We got 4 in our family, and we're probably the tightest of the 2.
We hunted and fished and everything, boats up and down the river. And
so we're pretty much, if you talk to anybody around this area, if you talk about one, they go, what's happened with your brother? Because they know we always hang out together.
And we love watching the wrestling business on TV.
Yeah. I like watching. I like it now. They got it on 3 nights a week. You can watch different stuff. I like that.
All right. Well, I'm going to throw this in real quick here, and hopefully we'll see how we go from here. But when did you actually start watching wrestling, and who are your favorite wrestlers to watch as you guys were growing up?
Oh, Mom and Dad loved it. Our grandpa, our aunt, they all watched it. Our aunt, she was a big Ricky the Dragon Steamboat fan. So, I mean, she always had it.
Yeah, our mom and dad, they went down to the Chase when you actually ate there, and it was like a big diner and dinner. It was a big deal, and they'd stand in line and get tickets. So my aunt and uncle and my mom and dad, that was always a big for them, and we always enjoyed it. So I think it was part of our lives growing up the whole time. So what do you say? You got to get into business, you know.
It seemed like it was eventually going to happen. We were little guys sitting in front of the TV watching it, you know, as Dad and Grandpa had it on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So from the Chase era, who was your favorite wrestler to watch from the Chase era? And
I liked like Grandpa did, Dick the Bruiser.
Dick the Bruiser was my man.
That was
I love Dick the Bruiser.
He was one tough SOB. That was it, man.
But Harley was good too. I like Harley a lot. Because them two always got it. And Ric Flair, you know, you can't doubt Ric Flair, you know. But Dick the Bruiser, I'd say, probably my favorite.
Because I was going to say, you know, with the ways that you guys have your style and presence in the ring, watching you guys throughout the years, it seems like, you know, Dick the Bruiser kind of had that same style.
Oh, yeah.
You know, with
I used to like that when Dick the Bruiser grab a glass of beer away from a fan and drink it and pour it over his head and get back in the ring and wrestle, you know.
Oh my goodness, shoot! So I'll tell you what, I'm gonna let GQ get on the fun here, and he's got a question here for you next.
Well,
Okay.
When you made the decision you want to try to get into the business, so who trained the both of you, and how long did you train before you got your first official match?
We were really back in the 80s there. We were looking around trying to find different places to go, and we actually seen that TV commercial from World Class Championship with gentleman Chris Adams.
And we flew down there. And this is before we even got going up here. We flew down there and talked to Chris. And that's where the young Steve Austin was there. And he had long blonde hair. And we talked to Chris. But it just, when it got done down there, it just wasn't no jobs, you know, to live down there and go. It'd been great to do, but we came back here, and that's when he found out on like the newspaper that Broadway had training centers down there, and that's when we went down there.
Yeah, we went down there to Texas, and the Sportatorium, man, it was different from what you've seen on TV.
Oh yeah, they dress it up. It's just old cattle auctions, all it is. But when you put the spotlights in it, you get to see a whole nother thing, you know.
They had mats all the way around the ring, and the cameras stayed on the ring at all times because it was a fence post drove in the ground with boards across them. Those were your seating, and you could see daylight through the roof and the ceiling and everything.
It was just a tin building, and you looked out there, you could see holes where the nail holes and light shined through.
Yeah.
But they had their matches they had like 2 a day, like 9 in the morning, and then they had 1 in the afternoon down there all the time.
We were there talking to Adams, and we were sitting there, and he goes, "I think the only guy that's gonna make it out of this bunch is that Steve Williams guy."
You know, and Chris Adams was one of my big fans. I like Chris Adams. The super kick when he came with it, I thought that was the greatest thing, man. I was a big fan of going down there and meet him. It was pretty darn cool.
When we went down there, we seen Al Perez. Mankind was down there. Well, he was Cactus Jack then.
Harry Von Erich was out there. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was cool to go someplace and you hear about it and you see it on TV to finally get there. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, because like I said, you guys got in '88, so I remember seeing that commercial in the late '80s, and another guy with long flowing blonde hair actually tried getting. He got down there to start training. Was the Hollywood stud, Alan.
Yeah, I remember him telling me about that.
Yeah, about the infamous face bump from the top turnbuckle. And knocking himself.
I mean, their setup was really neat down there. You know. The way they had the ring set up and the lights and the cameras sat on it. And it was, I mean, they had a good sit. They just didn't show the crowd too much, the dirt floors and everything.
Yeah, and the neighborhood wasn't the greatest down there, though, but it was like underneath the viaduct on a corner. And it was gravel out there, broken glass bottles out there. It was just a cattle auction, all it was. It wasn't nothing fancy.
Yeah, the cab driver goes, "Where you want to go to?" 1000 Industrial Boulevard. And he kept driving way down in this. The town kept getting darker, and you seen wrecked cars and everything, and there it was, an old cattle auction barn.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know looking from the outside, and of course, obviously, the cameras are going to be pointing in the best view of the entire building. I mean, they're not going to pan across to hit those tin walls with the light peeping through. They're going to be pretty smart about that. So,
but you know what, Rick? Though they were packed. It was 9 o'clock in the morning. It was packed.
There was people waiting outside in line to get in that place.
It was a packed house, and they did it, like I said, 2 times a day, and like 2 or 3 times a week. I mean, they were filling the house up that way.
Oh yeah, I mean, there was definitely a hotbed down there. What Fritz did in building their guys up, and I mean, just legendary names out of there. With Percy and Akbar, and his managers. Gary Hart came in through there, and then you got Bundy and Rude. I mean, the list goes on and on and on.
You had the Cheek and everything down there.
Yeah, so I mean, a lot of legendary names that went down there. Of course, obviously, the building. It didn't last too long. I think it got taken out like maybe 2001. I think it got demolished, possibly. But I know it's no longer there. That's for sure. So
it was really neat, though.
Yeah, awesome. So what I don't know if anybody's asked you this, and I don't think I've ever known this, but I've always known you guys to work together as a tag team. Literally, if I see one, I see the other when it comes to when I'm going to a show. But did the both of you always work as a tag team, or did each of you try to work and gain success in singles competition?
He had a good singles career for a while.
Yeah, I did
double duty. He was pulling double duty.
I did double duty on that quite a bit for several years.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So I mean,
I would ask who the double duty character was, but we're not going to go there. So.
Yeah, I was a heavyweight champ for about a year and a half down at Broadway.
Oh, wow.
Myself. Yeah. And a lot of people, I think you're actually the first person. A lot of people never would cross their mind that we would do that. And we had people that would actually come up to me and say, "I know who that other guy is." And they would actually, a lot of them thought it was Gary Jackson. And, I'm sitting there listening to it. I go, "You got it way off." Because I wore a mask, and my gimmick in that one was a mask. I was a gambler back in them days.
Now, wasn't that the one in Illinois where you dropped the belt to Powers?
Yeah.
I was going to try to throw in a little hidden shoot on that, though, too, but I knew it was the gambler and everything. And they took a gamble on who it was, and they failed each time.
Yeah.
I used to beat him. Then when I pinned him, and I had all that play money, and I just threw it all over him.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
He used to always pull some play money out of his pocket and tuck it in the ref's pocket.
Yeah.
And people would go get crazy on that.
Now there was one time that down there at Broadway there was a battle royal, and it came down to us two. And they thought that the people just didn't want no part of that. And I told Tony, I go, "Man, I took an early exit out of it, and I gave it to my brother." And
wasn't that the one that come down to me, you, and Jackson, wasn't it?
Yeah. And Andy was a battle royal champ for a long time down there.
And then you had the battle royal belt. And Jackson, it always came down to us three in the battle royals.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Then all three of us kind of got together because we had the tag and he had the heavyweight, so we kind of went out and called ourselves the Superpowers. And we took on. That's when Ron was kind of bad in them days, and everybody else. So it worked out pretty good. It was fun.
Yeah, Gary goes, let's do the superpowers thing like Nikita and Dusty did. So that's what we did for a while. It went over. It worked.
And that was another one of my the Minnesota Wrecking Crew. I love them guys. And then, but Nikita Koloff, we actually got to meet him up at in St. Louis. We did a show with Harley, and he was on the car with him. And it was cool to meet Nikita Koloff. That was like, wow, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I was a big Freebird fan, too.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely on that, especially with their own song that they had done for them and everything there. So the both of you worked for roughly about 20 promotions in your career. Out of all of them, what was your favorite promotion you worked for and why?
I guess you know, it was cool to go out west and do something like in California and Vegas, but it's still the home broad one up here in St. Louis. It was nice to go to St. Louis. You always like your home area, and that felt more comfortable to us. But it was cool to travel around.
Yeah,
I had to say St. Louis.
Yeah, Broadway MMWA was still, you know, that's where we walked in and trained. It was our favorite.
Yeah.
You know?
Wow. Well, I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, there's different territories. You know, I mean, if we go back to the territories era, and you know, we had Geigel, you had Munchnick, you had Don Owens up in the north. You had Northwest. You know, you had gosh, I forgot who was in Southwest, but you had all those territories, and they each had their own style. I mean, out Mid-South, obviously. But I mean, it really is hard to not put St. Louis near the top of that of all time.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, you're right. I mean, it's when you talk about it, it's St. Louis should be popped right up there. I don't care who they know it, and they sometimes they blackball us a little bit, but St. Louis is in it, man.
Now, Rick, you remember that Union Auditorium over in Union, right? In Union, Missouri.
Yeah,
it was really one of the first matches that came down at Kansas City. It was Bob Geigel ran a show there, and there was Big Bubba Rogers came in, Bulldog Bob Brown, and several other guys. S.D. Jones came in, and we went over and bought tickets at Walmart to go see that show, and that was really cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool because I just got my driver's license, and we were going over to see the show.
Nice, man. That's awesome.
Yeah,
I still got some of the flyers from that show, the brochures and everything.
Wow, man, that's incredible.
I'm impressed on having some of that stuff from way back then, though, too. So,
yeah, I mean, yeah, he GQ is definitely a collector of definitely with anything with wrestling memorabilia. I mean, there's definitely
you know, Ruby sent this to me in the mail and telling me who our next guest was. And like, oh, cool, okay.
I got old Chase programs where a guy sat in the crowd and he was checking off who won for the night every time he watched. And I bought him in a big thing and stuff, and the guy would sit in the crowd and mark them all the time.
Wow!
As he was watching the show there.
Yeah. I think GQ was it Herb that said he had like every program as well?
No, Larry had it.
Oh, Larry.
I don't know if his widow still had it or if it did go over to her. There's a possibility that Herb may have that now. There's only 2 known to exist, full collections of all the Wrestling of the Chase newsletters, programs. One is the one that Larry had, which Herb may have now, and Jim Cornette is the other one that has that.
Wow.
You'll see those programs. Larry actually wrote articles in them programs and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I
have some of those around here somewhere too, but I can't find them right now.
You know, we still got a little bit of time here. So guys, I mean, of course, you've acquired some accolades recognizing your careers, and the most recent one, of course, was getting inducted into the 2020 St. Louis Independent Wrestling Hall of Fame. And the other one has an interesting story to it, from what I heard from Abe. But would you mind sharing that story with everybody on how you got your recognition into the Missouri Wrestling Hall of Fame?
Well, see, that was done by that big broadcasting company. Remember, we did it. It was the golf course, and they brought all these guys in to give them a Hall of Fame award that represented by their broadcasting company.
Yeah, Ted DiBiase was there.
Ming, the Barbarian, Rick Steiner, George South, Bob Orton, Harley Race.
Harley Race was there.
There was just a whole group of guys that came in. They all got the little picture of it was a little pyramid with a big piece of plastic on top of it and stuff. And it was cool. We all got to go up there, get our thing. Those right there, that's the one Eddie Monahan gave us all right there from
the state.
From the state there.
Yeah, those plates look nice. But didn't you also say though that you weren't even cued to even know that you were going to be getting this award?
No.
You're like sitting at the bar or something.
Well, we went to the event. We knew we were getting an award, but we didn't know we were up next. And we were sitting there with Bob Orton, and Bob goes, "Hey, they just called your guys' name." So we had to hurry up, and we went up on stage. Yeah, we knew we were getting it. It just we weren't listening, who they were calling, and we were sitting there at the bar with Bob, and I think they called your guys' name. So we hot-footed it up there, and they gave us the awards.
Nice. Yeah. Well, I mean that's cool to be, to have the recognition and those plates, from the actually the state of Missouri Board of Athletics, basically it's from that, and then of course I think that Missouri Wrestling Hall of Fame banquet or whatever. I think he said that was like in 2004, I believe.
Yeah, I think that was back in 2004. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I remember when it happened and everything. I just don't remember the exact date, but
yeah, I think Harley was involved with it. Rusty Brewer was setting it up. Jack Walters was working with it at the big golf course and getting everything set up in their banquet room is where it happened. Basically, a lot of the guys went out and played golf during the day, actually, before the banquet started and everything.
Okay. Yeah. Awesome.
So who would you guys consider to be your biggest in-ring rivals or your best opponents to wrestle against? And what would you consider your most memorable match of your career?
Boy, we wrestled a lot of good guys over the years. But my favorite was an out-of-town match. We were down in Little Rock, Arkansas, and it was the original Moondogs. And we were working for Galaxy Championship Wrestling at that time.
Mine was it was up actually back here in St. Clair, and it was at the KC Hall against Luke Graham and his partner at the time,
Hank Morgan.
Frank Moore, yeah, and Hank Morgan, and it kind of got bloody on her, and that was where I put my axe down on the ring table. And I was outside with Luke Graham, and he goes, "Well, I'll tell you what." He goes, "Slam my head into that axe." And I go, "What?" So I turned it up, man. I slammed his head in there, and he just bled and bled and bled.
He loved to bleed, man.
I don't like to bleed, but he liked to bleed.
I bled one time real good, and it was, remember years ago, Sareem Abe. SOS at Broadway. He looked like Abdullah the Butcher.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
And he had a stick. He was driving it in my forehead and everything, and I bled like crazy.
You know what? For a team or somebody that we like to wrestle all the time, it's hard to tell because there's been a lot of good guys. Rick, we went against you a couple times, so I mean, there's just the guys are all good. I ain't saying I can't really tell you which one was the best, but I mean, we enjoyed doing every one with everybody. That's what I got to say.
And the Moondog story, it was good. It was hot and heavy. It was the Robinson Expo Center, and got us out there, and those guys started pulling gimmicks out from underneath the ring. A trash can.
Yeah, he threw powder in my eyes. And then, Rick, you got hit in the head several times. When they bend a trash can, hit you over the head like about 6-7 times in a row, that's enough of that. And then you go backstage, he goes, hey, that was a good thing. I thought we could have squeezed in a couple more. And not me. I think 6-7 times was plenty.
Think about it, he grabbed it by the handle and swung it.
Yeah, they didn't just think they just whatever you got jacked with, you got jacked with it.
That's the way we did it in the old days, boys.
Ow.
Yeah. I've got stories even before I got into wrestling. I even got hit with a trash can in freaking middle school from behind. And you talk about
I had to grab lunch out of it, Ruby. That's why.
Rick must have been a troublemaker in school. Is all I can say. He must have been a troublemaker.
Yeah, those two guys were tough. That's the way we did it in the old days.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Exactly. Wow. So, let's see. Yeah. So, I'm just kind of lost here. No, I found my way. Never mind.
But that night down there in Little Rock, there was Prince Ikea was on the show.
Oh wow.
Coco Beware. There was a lot of guys on the show that night. It was pretty cool stuff, It was actually Luke Graham ran Galaxy, and he brought all them guys in.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You said Little Rock, right? Was that Bill Ash that did that? Did you just say Bill Ash?
No. Luke Graham Jr. ran that show, Galaxy Championship Wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was running his own promotion down there.
Yeah, I remember doing a few shows for Bill Ash down in Arkansas, and actually had wrestled in front of my largest crowd, around like 2,600 people in an amphitheater down at that point. And boy, you want to talk about some hotbed fans that just didn't care. Of course, it's Arkansas. They're not going to care much about anything.
Anything goes down there.
Oh, yeah.
It seemed like they just hate us from St. Louis. Anybody from St. Louis, they don't like us down in Arkansas.
Now, we did Memphis Championship Wrestling and Power Pro Wrestling down there, and that was one Buddy Wayne was running it, Randy Hale, Corey Macklin, all them guys were involved. Jerry Lawler was involved in it for a while and everything, and we were down there doing stuff too with them guys.
Yeah.
So out of the championships that you've won throughout your career, is there a particular title win that stands out as your most memorable one?
Me, anything at Broadway winning their tag belts. It was a great time. And then we went out to Las Vegas and we won the BWF titles, and we held the Broadway titles at the same time out there.
Yeah, I'd say that was probably a pretty cool one for us, was the Vegas. But it's still, when you get your first one, wherever you're at for any organization, that's probably one you got to remember. But yeah, I'd say probably the first one I ever got.
Wow. Yeah. Hey, you always want to kind of put, you always got to remember your first, either your first win, your first title win. I mean, it means something to you because, there's been kind of talk about how you could, we're going to get onto that here. We're actually going to have a call, guys, here, so if you don't mind. I think I have an idea who this is. So. All right, you've got the False Count Everywhere podcast. Who's this?
Well, it's your old friend Aaron.
Hey, Aaron, how you doing, buddy?
Good.
Good. So, you got something to ask for the Lumberjacks?
Yes. Stone Cold back in the day.
I'm sorry.
What was that?
Go ahead and say it again. I'm sorry.
How did you know Steve Austin back in the day?
He was a real young guy, and he was like assistant football coach is what he was. And Chris Adam just took us out there and introduced him. He goes, and he had real long blonde hair. It kind of looked a little bit like him, but you never thought he was going to turn into who he was. But Chris said that was the guy that was going to make it, and he knew what he was talking about, I guess, because and look what happened now. So
we were sitting in the seats talking to Adam as all them guys were training in the ring. He had them all jogging around the ring
yeah.
at the time, and he goes, I think that big blonde hair guy, that Williams guy, is the one that's going to make it.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Chris knew what he was talking about.
We have some good stuff there.
Question?
He had no. He knew even more before Austin even knew how far he was going to go in this business. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You could, with Steve down there, you could tell even when we were looking there, we didn't know nothing from nothing, and you could tell he was like a standout. He was totally different than the rest of the ones in there.
Wasn't that other guy Solomon Grundy down there? That big guy Solomon Grundy that was down there.
But Steve kind of stood. I mean, he was different than the rest, and you could tell he was really wanting it.
Wow.
Cool deal. All right, Aaron, man. Well, thanks a lot for your question, man, and keep listening to the show. And then, thanks a lot, man.
Okay, see you later. Oh,
Okay,
Bye.
see you,
All right.
man.
All right, man. Cool. So, yeah. So, what? Yeah, I was gonna get back to. Yeah, that's right. I lost track. I don't know. I'm not even drinking tonight, and I'm still losing track.
That's the problem, Rick. That's the problem.
I know. I've had pretty much a busy day. Trying to get ready for this weekend as well. But we'll get to that. So you both had chosen to retire originally back in 2013. Could you share with us the reasons behind your decision, and how tough was it to walk away from the ring?
We had a few family issues going on.
Our dad, he passed away from cancer in 2012,
and mom wasn't doing real good.
And my mom, she had the early stages of dementia, and so we decided that while we had to take care of her, and we didn't want to put her in no home, so we took the time out, and we said that was enough with that. We wanted to take care of our parents, and that's about it. That's about the big reason for it, right there.
And Tony Costa knew the whole reason why and everything and stuff.
But that's the whole gist of it right there. You got to make a choice.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, I know family always should come first, because trust me, I've put that on the pedestal, because I've had to take some short hiatuses myself, doing to help with family, or trying to get some things back in line, just because if your home life ain't right, then why the side life ain't for everybody here. You got to make sure the home's taken care of first, and do what you can, and then everything should fall into place. And
which is one of the things that Brutal Bob Evans preaches about, and make sure happy life at home first.
Right.
On 2013, we were kind of going up there and doing shows, and you kind of just wasn't really, your gut wasn't in it, and that was basically about it.
Yeah.
Then we decided to just take some time off and figure some things out, and spend time at home with the mom and dad. So.
Okay. Well, like I said, and I'm sure you guys had to miss the ring.
We kept up with everybody doing everything, and watching on TV and listening on the radios and watching the news programs. We kept up with all of it all the time. We never got away from it. It just didn't have the stomach for it at the time no more.
And we had guys calling us. A lot of, there was, Jackson. There were several others. Jim Harris, Nick Radnauer were calling us and checking in on us, and we were always talking to them guys and touching bases.
Yeah, we always kept an eye on it.
Well, that's good. So at least you kept in touch. That's always good.
What's cool about it, Rick? You know it. When you're a wrestler, you're like a giant family. So I don't think you could get away from it without seeing your family members and seeing what they're doing and this and that. So that's what's cool about it. Everybody watches each other back. It's a big group of family. Everybody trusts each other. Everybody likes each other.
But
there's some guys there's some guys that don't like, but
there's been some bad ones, definitely.
Yeah, it's a dysfunctional family, but still a family nonetheless.
Yeah,
that's right. That's right.
Right.
Look what I got to deal with here. So
yeah. Look at
This guy is.
I feel for you, man. I feel for you.
Well, Hey, I'm not so bad. I mean, sometimes I just when I'm out walking and I get a little thirsty and I don't have a coaster.
You gotta have a nice cold beverage.
You gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah.
You gotta replenish your electrolytes in your body, and
right. That's right. And a good drink will do it. Sometimes you need something to hold.
Yeah.
So let's get down to brass tacks here because, like I said, we're less than 48 hours away from the big return in St. Clair.
Where we're going to win the belts. Tell everybody we're going to win them belts out there.
We're coming after them.
Yeah.
Coming after the titles. We want them.
Yep. So I know, you made your return last September, with that 7-year break. You came back into St. Clair where everybody knows you. You had the Night Stalkers, and somehow guys didn't get a chance to get those titles, but you've got your return match this Saturday. So how confident are you going into this match, and what would it mean to you if you came away with the ACW Tag Team Championship?
I think we're pretty confident with it.
I think we're damn confident, and I think the people in St. Clair is pretty confident in us. And what the Night Stalkers put a video out there, burning our pictures and cutting our eyes out. I don't think highly of that at all, Rick. And they're going to get the full brunt of my rage up that night.
Actually, that video really pissed a lot of people off.
It pissed me off. I hear that. It pissed me off.
We were going in gas stations and people going to see that video.
How can you actually compete against those that go the darker route with voodoo and everything, though, too? Can you handle?
We're God in country. We don't believe in voodoo, guys.
I don't believe none of that voodoo crap. Yeah, I believe what goes on in that ring. You'll see it.
Yeah.
Come Sunday morning. Morning, the belts will be with us.
Right. Yeah. So, hey, GQ, think about it, though. Come Sunday, you could be looking at a trio of new champions here.
That's right.
I can see that happening right there.
Yeah. I'm telling you, Brian James, he barely got by with the skin of his teeth. He did.
Yeah, you're right, Rick.
You're right. Move you off the speed, Ruby. You know that, right? I could just take you off.
Yeah.
Rick, when you drop the leg drop, he's going down for 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, the bomb ain't going to be getting up from it, I don't think.
Yeah. Well, I mean, all I can say is, I like to conduct business outside the ring. I like to be cordial. Like I said, I like to focus on my guests. But when it comes, show day, don't bug me. I mean, you get in my zone, and see, look at this Pans next to me. Look at him right over here.
You got to figure the leg drop is a bomb of itself. And you're going to drop a bomb on the bomb.
On the bomb.
Yeah.
His flying leg drop is a big bomb, though, too. So.
Oh, my God.
That's what they always said. They always, years ago back in the locker rooms, before you come out and do a match, I'm a calm as everything. I don't really talk to many people, but I don't get upset. I don't get pumped up. And they go, how do you do that? I go, you just like Sylvester Stallone said, you just turn that hat. Flip the switch and you're ready for the go.
Yep. So, when it comes to game day, it's all different. And then GQ, if you're gonna,
I got the last question.
I got a message for you, my friend.
Could you shut up?
Oh, ain't this? What a pal!
I'm just gonna ask the final question of this now, Ruby. Because nobody cares what you got to say. So. What are some memorable road stories or a fan experience you guys can share that's either funny or have stuck with you?
I'll tell you, we were down in Rose City, Arkansas, and they gave us he goes, go to this hotel room. That's where they were going to put us up. And we went there, and we had our rooms down this one side. Right beside our rooms, there was the police tape drawing where
so somebody
got shot.
Somebody got shot there and left the tape on the ground. They broke the door in. I guess they raided the night before, and the lady at the hotel said, "Oh, there was a murder here last night."
I go, we're going somewhere else, man.
I go, I think I'm going to go someplace else.
There was still tape around the body shape on the ground by the door.
Yeah.
Oh,
No
my
burned out
God.
car in there.
I've heard it all now.
We're going somewhere else, man.
Yeah, yeah.
So we went and stayed down by the airport. What was that? What was that down there? Holiday Inn by the airport.
Yeah.
Holiday Inn by the airport.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was a body tape print. That still sticks with me right there. Good hotel room. No, we went to the other place.
Rick, you gotta love them locker rooms where we change in all these different shows. There's some extravagant locker rooms we change in.
I bet.
There's some just like a broom closet.
Or they could go out to like the back door of like the back entrance of a moose lodge we could take the steps down, and then also it faces across the street to an apartment complex, and it's like, okay, well then you have to try to find a spot behind the entrance curtain that they could drop trowel and get your gear.
Exactly.
You know,
I remember changing in the hall in a staircase, and there was like a dozen of us, and we all had to walk through each other to get it. People don't understand it, but there's stories in itself.
Wasn't that occasions or something?
Yeah,
wasn't it?
up in South County. Yeah, we're out in the staircase.
Everybody stood in a hallway and changed.
oh,
That'd be a show by itself, right there, Rick.
yeah.
I don't know where that was. So no, I remember.
Yeah.
Like, there's also been school hallways people have changed in. There's been just so much as it's not even funny. It's, one show we were outside. There was no roof. It was not a tent. They just put banners around in a circle outside for us to change.
And then there was that over in Washington, the old Calvin movie theater. We changed in a boiler.
Yep.
With Bob Orton at the airport, and we changed it in the catalog.
We had
Are you guys still with us? I was getting a lot of cut. How about you, GQ? Were you getting cut?
That's what just asked you a little bit. That was me or them on that.
No, I heard them too. Yeah. Oh, I wonder that's the reason why.
They moved a little bit. Hold on.
They did.
For a second.
There's been some fun changing areas. Promotion.
And we missed about 3 of them, but you guys are cutting in. You guys cut out for about a minute. So I know you guys talking about the Calvin Theater, the Boiler Room, and then you had a story about Oregon. Gabe?
Yeah, we did a show up on the other side of Raleigh at an airport. It was like their festival days, and there was old cattle auction, and we had a change in old cattle auction stalls with cow poop and straw and everything else.
And there was a car hood. We laid it down, and we were all taking turns changing on it, so we wouldn't get our gear all dirty.
God.
So there you go, right there.
Put you right out in the middle of the pasture, man. Oh,
yeah.
Well, they were driving us. They were driving us from the stall all the way to the ring in a golf cart,
and it was pouring down rain.
Oh,
I think the worst for me would have to be like a small, not like a big double wide trailer, but a small trailer. And it's like you're trying to change it and keep the gear to the side so other people can come in and out and change and everything in 90-degree weather. So,
oh yeah. Yeah, that was always the great ones when it's super hot outside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there have been a lot of shows over the years.
Oh my gosh. No, man, I'll tell you what. We get some good stories here every once in a while, on the road. But I'll tell you that hotel story. That somebody just.
I wish I had a camera, man. It was
good.
We got to go somewhere else. This ain't happening here.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Holy crap!
And she was behind bulletproof glass when you had to go get your key. she slid it through a little drawer, and she's behind bulletproof glass. And now I know why, because they got some guy just got killed there the night before, you know.
I guess the cops never picked their stuff up, you know. It was still there, you know.
Actually,
It's bad.
Michael Lilly in our chat did mention another one that was probably worse than that was changing between the house and the garage. Outside. But it was not
that wasn't the promoter that booked that hotel for it. It was one of the guys that was riding with us, called down there and booked. He goes, I want the closest hotel. Oh, okay. It's the closest and cheapest, he said. Well, go ahead and get it. We made the drive down there, and that's what we got. Cheapest.
Yeah, I got to ask, did you guys even bother asking for your money back? Because...
No.
No, it was on his credit card, so we said we're going someplace else.
Yeah.
You're just gonna eat it.
I mean, it was like I want to say it was like $25 to $30 for the room back
We
then.
sat there, don't ever order anything like that again for us. Don't ever do it.
Wasn't that Country Joe Bob? Wasn't it?
Country Joe Bob.
Country Joe Bob. Remember him? He rented them rooms.
Oh my God.
That explains a whole hell of a lot.
Yeah.
I think the cheapest room I've ever got when I traveled when it was within my first year, I think it was down in Poplar Bluff. I think I got it for like $20 for the room. And yeah, let's just say I was lucky that a spring didn't poke me. So
There you go.
You were lucky that bedbug didn't poke you.
I was gonna say I got the deluxe room. That when I turned on the light, I didn't see any bugs scatter. So
There you go. As long as you didn't have no blue light in there, you could see her.
Right.
I'll tell you a memorable thing we remember from the Sportatorium. You know those fly strips that you pull down?
Oh yeah.
They had them hung all the way around the food concession stand.
Yeah, I wanted to get a hamburger, and I go, what the hell? And there's flies all over the place.
Oh my.
They like had 4 or 5 of them around the concession stand pulled down with the sticky stuff on them.
But you know what? I still loved it.
Man, still a horror story that I heard was Percy talking about when they drained all the grease out of the fryers down there at the Sportatorium and everything, and all the rat bones that they found. 4-legged rats, not the rat bones.
I'm sure they didn't do a lot. You know, I'm sure they kept grease forever in that thing until it got too bad.
Oh,
that sounds good, don't it, Rick? Oh,
no.
I need something to drink right now.
But yeah, we did a lot of running around, a lot of traveling, and it was just a lot of good years doing stuff, you know.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, man. I mean, you guys are back in. You guys are in ACW. I mean, the ACW's got some good shows coming up. And I'll tell you what, you know, it's definitely a good promotion to be with. And I'm seeing a good direction.
Like I said, that list of promotions, we had some good matches and fun and everyone in there, you know.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I know we're kind of pressing on time for you guys. And we're going to, here's what I'll just put up here for just real quick. And I'll let everybody hear. And whoops, hold on. Didn't want to do that. Hold on. I want to let everybody see this here real quick. That it is this Saturday. Now, from what I understand, they are trying to get a little bit more seats in. If I have to predict, they probably have sold at least 400 tickets for this show. So they're probably going to get a little bit more, but tickets are just $5. It's at the Elks Lodge in St. Clair, Missouri. And of course, like I said, you know what, guys, I'm just going to call it double main event. You know, I mean, championships up for grabs. You guys get a return match against Night Stalkers, and I get one more shot against Brian James. So
the tag title match is the main event. The other one is just filler.
You know, I would have to agree.
He's riding you, ain't he, Rick? He's riding you.
Well, Rick, you got the Judge coming out with you, and then we got Double A coming out with us. We each got a good manager coming out with us.
Not the best, though. The best is right here.
Yeah, but where's your client? I'm just saying. Where's your client?
when they text you to get there Saturday, so hush.
Your client made up an excuse so they don't show up. So you
Yeah,
don't make
yeah.
any more money.
Mm-hmm.
You were
I like that promo you cut too.
I know
Yeah.
two people that's going to show up Saturday. You're looking at them right here.
Right.
Oh,
Hey,
we're
guys,
going to be there early, getting ready for stuff.
Yeah, don't worry about that. There's been some other concerns. Don't worry about it. The show is still going to go on. The weather is going to clear up early in the morning, and we are going to pack that place. And it's going to be it's definitely going to be a fun show. So definitely, guys.
Oh, there's a lot of people. They like this. They really liked. I heard from people that this wrestling has been better than the rest. It's been there.
Well, I mean, I'll tell you. You know,
And how many groups have last been in St. Clair before this? Was it RCW was one of them? I'm guessing.
RCW,
MPW was there, and then what was that? OC, that guy out of Rolla that was running stuff. He did one there, I think.
I think I know who you're
They
talking about.
did a lot of them at KC Hall. Did a lot of them at KC Hall.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was that guy out of Rolla that ran one there.
Okay. Yeah, I think probably with Showtime Shane Summers and
Yeah. Oh God.
Oh God. Woo! Oh wow. Yeah.
There's a lot to be said about that.
Yeah.
We don't know if it's good, but there's a lot to be said.
Oh no, I don't think it's good.
Oh wow. Yeah, I know. I've got some memories of Mr. Summers taking the win out of me, so but it's okay.
I think everybody's got a few memories of that guy.
Oh yeah. But you just do what you can and move on to bigger and better. And right now the best is going through St. Clair. I'm telling you.
Yep,
Like I said, I mean, oh Lord, I'm talking about the crowds that are going to be in there because I don't know if there's been a largest crowd. I mean, I've never seen a larger crowd at a St. Clair show than what ACW has put on.
Oh no, I'd say the same thing, Rick. That last show was, there was over 400 people there, so it was a big building.
Now they got the one
right now.
June 19th will be at the VFW. And the VFW is talking big time on it. They're really waiting to have their show June 19th. ACW.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, like I said, ACW is going to be hitting some other places here too before 2021 is up, and we'll talk about it in weeks to come. But this Saturday night is our big focus, and definitely want to thank you guys for coming on. I know you've got to skedaddle, but we're going to stay on here. We got some other shows we're going to talk about here. Definitely, whoever's watching here on the feed, stay with us here. We've got a lot more, and of course, our phone lines will be reopened again for those if you got any questions for us or anything you want to talk about. But we'll free those back up. But guys, man, I'll tell you what. I know we went a little bit over, but I want to appreciate you guys for doing this for us. We thank you. I'll definitely be, we'll be seeing you this Saturday in St. Clair. And of course, I do want to wish you the guys the best of luck. You're going to, and I would say there's going to be, I think at least 20% of those tickets that have been sold is basically people that So you're going to have a strong presence in support when you guys go after those ACW Tag Team Championships. So
I think it's going to be a very nice night. And anytime you want us to come on, just give me a call. You got the number now,
Yep. In fact, the searcher actually reached out to me the other day wanting to come back on, possibly for a return, everything else. So we may even think in the future, probably within the next couple months or so, we might even have a ACW Wrestlers Forum. Whoever wants to join us.
That would be great.
I think that would be a great show to have, and we'll probably talk about that maybe this Saturday. Who knows? Or, we just want to make sure that everybody's on board and that can do it, but But most importantly, we just want to get the Saturday out of the way, and then we're going to be on to bigger and better things. But Abe, Gabe, thank you very much for
Thanks a
coming
lot,
on.
guys. Appreciate it. It's been a good time.
Okay,
All
man.
right.
Thanks.
All
Thanks
right,
a lot, guys.
You guys take care, man. Thank you very much.
You too.
You too. Thanks.
All right. All right. So, GQ, man, what did you think about that interview, man?
But you got to think though, just looking from the list of all the promotions, they pretty much worked every group at least one time in the Missouri Midwest area. You got MMWA, SICW, MVWA, CSWA. I'm just sticking with the local stuff. Gateway Championship Wrestling, World League Wrestling, Mid Ozark Championship Wrestling, Rampage Championship Wrestling, High Voltage Wrestling, and American Championship Wrestling. They pretty much done everything that started from the beginning, and everything that branched off from that beginning. They worked in every group on that though too, and that's not something to shake a stick at all.
No, not at all. It's and these guys have been around for a good while, and like I said, it's good. I mean, even though they took a 7-year hiatus to take care of things, and they just wanted to, kind of take a step back and watch things, it's always good to know it with guys that are still were in contact with them throughout that entire time. It just goes to show you what kind of lasting impression that these guys had on the locker rooms that they've been in, and those guys reaching out to them.
Hell, with all the locker rooms and all the shows and eating afterwards and all that, Denny's made a meal up, call it after them. So,
Jesus. Oh my God. Oh, Lord.
So before we get into a lot of stuff, there was a question early on that I even said I would particularly answer for, and it was Justin Palmer who said that.
Yeah, I saw that too.
And I said I would just address that afterwards, and that's one of the first thing I wanted to say. First thing, in my opinion, Justin, is think really hard about doing it, because again, you'll never look at stuff again for one. So it depends on why and how first. I mean, I'm not going to say don't, because everybody has a dream of trying it once and everything like that. But again, once you start into that process, you never look at it again the same way. But with that being said, there's a lot of different schools in the area. There's Dynamo. There's Harley Race's school that's ran by Leland now. There's Skull Canyon Training.
Yeah, the Skull Canyon Dojo, where was that?
South Broadway Athletic Club has a training school, which at least last I heard, not for sure if they're still doing it or not.
They don't have South Broadway does not have, or MMWA does not have a separate gym.
Okay.
But SICW, if you want to, Ace Wrestling Academy, will make sure that,
which is on hold right now too because of the pandemic as well. So,
right.
I mean, there's so many different ones in there. Just do your research and everything like that. Now, if you're not in this area, you can pretty much look for different schools and everything like that. If you want to start big and go big and everything like that, I would try some of the ones here and then go do some training like with Dustin Rhodes Academy, which a lot of people that are working with him are getting spots on AEW already, like Shauna Reed for one. We were just talking about that during my interview on fall. No, that's our show.
Wrestle Talk.
Yeah, Wrestle Talk podcast.
Yeah,
and so there's just a lot and everything, but there's also a lot of promotions that you could train with before the shows, help set up and everything, and you learn a lot of the in and outs of everything. And then for you to try to do a school after that, I mean, it would be the best option, I would say, though, too. So check schools, talk to people when you go, check shows, talk to people there, try to do some of the schools, like I said, and everything, and that'd probably be the biggest thing on that.
And what I want to add on that is I think I'm just lagging a lot here today. I don't know. I seem to be freezing. I guess I'm going to need to kind of reboot after a while. But I'm going to take on this ticker, see if I can get by with it. What I want to add on to that is if you want to see how this business is going to be, and if you're around the area, Justin, I would suggest on attending, try to attend this show. Okay. And the reason why I say is this, because if you are able to ask anybody, there will be security that's there that still has trainees, and there's still people who train at the Skull Canyon Dojo. And I can tell you that you will learn your basics first very well in here as far as what you need. And then
real quick, I just had to do a quick search and everything. Justin is in St. Clair, Missouri. So Justin, my best thing right now I'm going to tell you is be there. Okay, yeah, as he just said in the chat and everything, be there at St. Clair. You need to talk with the searcher there and see about joining his dojo, helping out and everything. And then I would try it. The best thing is if you want to make a really good go at it, go to every place you can to train and everything. You never stop training for one. If you have companies that are doing seminars with a wrestler that they're bringing in, if it's somebody that's ever been somebody major, whether it's Ring of Honor, WWE, why am I blanking out? But where Cortez wrestled out of? Help me out here.
Lucha?
Yeah, Lucha Underground, stuff like that. Anybody that's had some kind of experience with that, always attend one of their seminars. And you never know what you're going to learn, and every little bit counts. And there's also, once you get involved in the business and everything and start doing that, I would definitely recommend Brutal Bob Evans. He has a lot of stuff that he's been showing on people, and he has a lot to say always. And he will help you, and a lot of that will help you just to get everything into one set thing that would help out on everything. That it'll tie everything together, basically trying to make a good package, show you how to make money, even make money while still not getting WWE, AEW, Ring of Honor, stuff like that. But
like I said, if you're going to be an in-ring competitor, I definitely would suggest talking to Searcher. Mm-hmm. You want to start somewhere that, because he's been around. He's been around notable names. He's definitely got a resume that's definitely at least 4 or 5 star resume from the experience he's gathered. Personal good friends with Cowboy Bob Orton, who's a WWE Hall of Famer, and of course very well known around here. So he knows how to at least get started, protect yourself, learning the basics. So that's all I can tell you, Justin. If you're talking about being an in-ring competitor, start small first, and then, like I said, try and get to these seminars after you've mastered your basics, and then kind of progress from there. Because it just all depends on how serious you want it. There are places that you can go, but you can definitely learn around. Definitely learn around from different places, but start somewhere first, small first, and see how well you can handle it. So.
And I will actually say also, I forgot about the Jacobs and Pritchard Wrestling Academy as well.
Oh yeah,
I don't know how I forgot that one. That would be my biggest thing though too. How do you bring up these real quick? Click on the poster one, Ruby.
Yeah.
The ACW one.
The ACW one. Okay.
Okay, pause that. However, if you look at the people here, you already got the Lumberjacks on it, and this is just people just to watch and everything. You got the Lumberjacks that, as they said, have been all over. You have Ms. Hyde, who trained down there with the Jacob Pritchard Academy. You have
and Beck did the same with Ms. Hyde too.
Yeah, and Searcher, of course. You got Damian Blade, who's been to Japan, which nobody on this list, I think, has even got close to that either. You may not think that's a lot, but very few people get to work over there in Japan for one, and that's not a bad place to go to work at. That's still one of my dream goals for it. So you have so many talent on this alone, and there's other groups all over that use like Bob Orton, Bob Evans, all of them and everything though too, that once you get involved, sit with mouth closed, ears open is the best advice. You'll hear stuff and everything. And if they ask you something, then that's when you just ask questions or whatever like that. Biggest thing, and I know there's going to be some shit said to me over this one when I say this. Biggest thing, though, is don't be a mark. Oh, you got to take that off of the screen first so we can see that. That doesn't work too well with that, apparently.
Oh, do you see like the play bar here? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I can see that too.
Oh, jeez.
It happens with us. We're still figuring that part. Oh, wow, I don't see it there.
What about now?
Yep. So when you pause it is when you see the play bar, isn't it?
Oh, okay.
Hold on, let me see something here. Oh, because wait a minute, I can see it, but I don't know if they. Give me a second. Keep it there. We'll just find out. We learn something new every day, which I really want to work with Russell Talk a little bit to show them how to maximize a lot of the StreamYard and stuff. Where is it? Okay, no, they do not see it, so I see it on my own. Then, okay.
Okay, yeah. So I
Okay.
see it too. Okay, all right. So all right, good. So we don't know. Oh, you sent me a message. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, yeah. So going back to the poster. Okay, so and of course,
Well, here's the other thing though too. Let's look at Keith Smith
Jr. Yeah,
Jr., who he's a third generation superstar. You have Ed, with Ed Smith and his dad Keith Smith. Again, let's look at all the talent and everything back there. And Ed Russell, he was a lot in Broadway and everything. So that went down to his dad and went down to Keith as well. So again, you have a lot of people you can just get an ear with, just asking everything. I wouldn't ask Ruby much; he doesn't know a lot. So. I'm kidding. Ask him. Ask me. I mean, Ruby has 25 years experience.
Shut up!
Ruby has 25 years experience. I have 24 years experience. I mean, we'll send you a lot of good places and everything like that, and we're not going to. We won't take advantage of that at all either. We want to see people succeed. I'm not going to charge you money for any advice I give you. No. I charge you money for my autograph, but not for my advice.
All right.
Okay, so where are we going next with this?
Yeah, so I wanted to kind of talk about our shows, and of course, also wanted to put this back up here for those who have questions or comments or you want to interact with us. We got a lot of things coming up here, and I don't know. I'm going to take the ticker off, and I'm going to put this up here. Hopefully that'll.
It is so hard to not heal out right now.
Right.
I'm going to say it like this. A fan does not need merchandise. There's no reason a fan needs merchandise. Nobody's going to buy it. Nobody wants it. Don't waste the money. Don't waste the money and the time. I'm being nice. No fan needs merchandise.
No, but
buy the other merchandise. And you're totally welcome, Justin, and hopefully see you on Saturday.
Yep. All I was gonna say is hopefully it's gonna be a packed house, Justin. You're gonna love the show. So oh my goodness. So yeah. So April 24th.
Larry has his own stuff that he wears, like his custom stuff. He doesn't sell merchandise.
Is he talking about Larry Wolf?
I'm guessing.
Yeah. No, Larry makes his own things for himself. He don't sell it. He don't sell it at WPW. That's
not calling his own merchandise either. So no.
Yeah. So like I said, this Saturday, April 24th. I know that some matches that are booked. Let's see. I know it's going to be, besides what you see here, we're going to have the debut of The Reckoning, featuring Cayman and the Butcher Damian Blade, going against Big Time, which is consisting of Reed Rain and Guy Smith. So that'll be
that should be a damn good match with all of them. Because again, I already know how much Cayman can whip out there because he beat Texan. Oh, I think he cheated with that little girl out there, a creepy little girl out there. But that's just me.
Yeah. So also, like I said, it's the Night Stalkers. Like I said, I agree. I don't know where they're going to be on the show, but I mean the Lumberjacks. I mean that's going to be probably the most hype. I will say that it's going to be the most hype match of the show because them being from there, at least 80 people that's going to be backing them up, friends, family, whatever. They will personally be at the show. So, so yeah, and then of course for the heavyweight title, here we go. My last chance possibly getting at the heavyweight title. So if I strike out here, then I'm probably not going to see another shot. So
1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out.
Yeah.
And I just got to say one thing to a truck driver that's listening in the chat room and all that. Please do not feed the animals. They won't leave you alone. Don't poke that bear. Let it go. Let it go. Okay.
Yeah. So, so pretty much this show is pretty much set, guys. So doors open at 5:30, bells at 6, $5 to get in. If there are tickets still available, from what I heard, they had just ordered extra seats to come in because they're going to need the seats. So It means that possibly there have already been like 400 tickets already sold on this show. So go ahead and do that. Now, the day after, which is this coming Sunday, this is CHWA, Cottage Hills Wrestling Alliance, presenting Up From the Ashes at the Centerville Elementary School at 34th
Hold on
Street.
1 second. Hold on. Let me do something here for a second. There.
Oh, thank you. I'm sorry. Yeah. Just
Now, what time does that say? 2:30?
Doors. It says doors open. Okay, so doors open at 2:30 and first bell's at 2:30. No, I think the doors open at 2 and the first bell's at 2:30. But
Well, unless they're waiting an hour and first bell's at 3:30.
No, from what I heard is.
So you want to be there at 2:30 no matter what, everybody. We're just going to say it like that.
Yeah, so the doors will open and they're going to start wrestling. So hurry up and buy your tickets and get in and sit down. No, but I think the doors will open at 2. So there's your main event that's pictured right here. CHWA heavyweight champion who was on with us last week, Johnny Banks, defending against PT Beckham. And
Banks is currently a two title holder right now too.
Oh yeah, with a TWA currency champion. What the heck? What the heck is a currency champion? I just
you got to get the money. I can see me winning that belt at some point because I got the money.
You saw the belt, right? There's nothing but dollar signs on it. That's all it is.
I love it, and I want it myself. So
Yeah, I bet.
I want to be able to get pictures with it with just the belt.
Yeah. No.
I meant me with the belt. I mean, I didn't say that wearing nothing but the. Well, okay, that might work.
No, it will not work. No. Don't. Oh my God. No. Whew. Rewind. Take that image out.
Man, I miss using that darn file too.
Oh my goodness. So we jump from that to this. So we're at the WPW Grand Brawl. That's going to be on the following Saturday. So a week from Saturday. So 9 days from now, May 1st, will be the Grand Brawl. There's already been 4 announced matches for certain, along with the 30-person William J. Talley Memorial True Grit Rumble, where 2 people will start out, and then every 2 minutes, another one will enter thereafter. And after all 30 have entered, then whoever's left standing in the middle of the ring, everybody else has been thrown over the top and their feet hitting the floor, will win the Rumble. So It's a popular rule of like another popular match that started about over 30 years ago with that, but we're not going to mention it.
Well, you have no idea which one that is.
Yeah, I have no idea. And apparently, the belt that's over my left shoulder is the WPW US title, which I will be defending against Keith Smith Jr. That was announced last week on WBGZ in Alton, Illinois, when Shane Jones dropped that bomb on me. So now I got to worry about not getting a mustache ride before I have to go into the Rumble. Oh my gosh. Oh. Should I do it? That was pretty bad, wasn't it? That was horrible. That was pretty horrible.
I gotta check in on my friend Jason Halbert to kind of send something over to him.
Yeah. All right. First off, Mr. Lilly, who are you asking? Because if you're going to ask the guy that's doing the show with me, I'm sure is not going to pick. Certainly, he's not going to pick me because he just doesn't like me. But you don't know
who's all in it so far, though.
Oh my gosh! I think Xavier Frost is going to be in it. Kurt, basically, I think everybody that has competed in there. Well, I don't know. Maybe even the ladies might even get in it. That's why they said it's a 30-person Rumble. So Miss Hyde gets in there, and then just might have to kind of throw her out. I mean, I don't know. I kind of hate
my guess is going to be Playboy. That'd be my pick.
Playboy Double H. Of course, I don't know. Did you see the trophy that's presented this year?
Do you have a picture of it yet, or no?
No, I don't. I'll have to bring it next week, which we'll get to that here in just a minute. But yeah, 4 championship matches, tag team titles on the line, United States title on the line, WPW Women's title on the line, where Miss Hyde defending against Abby Beck. It's kind of funny though, because this Saturday Abby Beck defends against Miss Hyde for ACW, and then the following week, Miss Hyde defends WPW against Abby Beck. So it's like can't get enough. So it's kind of odd, but yeah. But all these guys that are pictured here will be in the Rumble, of course. The Midwest Mercenaries are getting I believe, are getting their title shot against the Violators. Which I'm sorry, I just can't. I mean, there's so much that you can do to go with that name, but it's Ivan and Savage, the Violators. Of course, Jason Halbert is their manager, and depending on how well he's feeling and if he's cleared to come back, then he will be there. If not, then the guys. I mean, it's going to be 4 men with no outside interference. So, let's see here.
I got something to say because I was just talking with. I'm working on a deal at some point to try to get into WPW, but not yet. I won't be there at Grand Ball and everything, but I'm recommending right now somebody that says somebody's bringing them tickets not to show up because you'll leave in handcuffs if you do. I'm just going to say that right now. I'm going to hook somebody up and be nice. Again, and I'm giving you a warning. Don't go. Make sure you don't you're not supposed to be there. You will be arrested.
I mean, everybody should know.
And I want to see that on YouTube. Sorry. Okay.
Oh my God. Okay.
And no, you cannot be in the Rumble because it's for wrestlers.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. So we're going to get on with this here. So we're going to talk about more of this next week because next week, this is and I want to make an announcement now because we are actually going to be going down to the outside the ring studio.
Hold on, no, answer that.
No, I'm choosing not to right now because I'm in the middle of this. So
you should if it's
no, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Okay.
You're saying you don't feed the bears, right, jackass?
Okay. I was hoping it was somebody from WPW management. That's what I was.
No, it's not. No, it's not. But here's where we're at next week. We're actually going to be going down to the Outside the Ring STL studios, and we're going to have a podcast super show with us, Falls Count Everywhere, with Outside the Ring STL. And we're going to be talking about several different things, and I'm going to Clay shoot my iPod Touch here in a minute if someone don't stop. So
The number's not up yet. Wait till we put it up, then we'll let you call.
yeah. So yeah, it's not yeah. So like I said, I'm trying to focus on this here because this is something that's been kind of in the works and talked about. And we're finally going to have it done. So Shaft and General Vader have welcomed us into the studio, and from what I hear, possible catering. So
They're going to lose money on that deal right there.
I mean, I was just saying, ain't no thing but a chicken wing, right? Hey, I can say that because I've had the conversation earlier today, so that's fine. So we're
Let
gonna
me take a wild guess. Does Shaft say the same thing back?
He laughed about it, but yeah.
Okay. If the call comes through again, please let it in.
Yeah, but we're going to be talking about a lot of things here. But a special start time next week, 6 o'clock. At 6 o'clock next week. So we're kind of meshing our schedules together. They usually like to start early. We usually like to start late. We agreed on 6 p.m. We're going to try to carry out the entire we're going to carry this show for 2 hours. And man, it's kind of interesting what we're going to be talking about. So, oh my goodness. So,
The damn bear's been poked.
yeah, I know. So, all right. But all I wanted to say here is it's nice of these guys because we talked about it. I've been down in their studio. Have you been down in their studio yet, GQ?
Once I was there with the owner of RCW, and we had talked there for a little bit. So I have been there, and I know the setup and everything. And I guess I had to fly in town in your all's area for this show, which sucks, but okay. I'll fly in for it and everything to be there in studio with you. So.
Yeah, well, they're like, hey, come on down. Apparently they've been having some technical difficulties with their computer. So I think you and I got to show them a couple things or two. And holy Christ, I'm going to shoot this. Hold on. All right, here we go. Welcome to Butcher Shop. No one beats my meat. Hello, Aaron.
Hey.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna be hold on, Aaron, hold on. I'm gonna be as nice and polite as possible on this because I kind of have to now. But there's no saying sorry that's going to change anything. I'm not saying I do want to see this on YouTube and everything, but if you try it. But you were told that you were banned from these shows. So getting somebody else to get you tickets is not going to be in your favor because you will be escorted off the premises. I'm giving you that fair warning. I'm being nice to you about it. I'm just letting you know what it said, and this comes from our WPW management on that.
Yeah, I mean, and it's just a matter of just respecting boundaries. I mean, WPW just can't take the risk of any occurrence repeating itself. So that's why they have to take that measure in. So, I mean, at that point, I mean, it's not in my hands to make that decision. It's not in, GQ's hands to make that decision. It's not in any of the wrestlers' hands to make that decision. But that is going to be up to WPW to make that decision. They've already made that decision that they've, unfortunately, they just can't take the risk on that. So,
well, I just want to tell them that I'm sorry for what I did.
Okay.
And they understand that. They do understand that. And I'll be devil's advocate here because Ruby works for the company. I don't at this point in time. They understand that. But again, saying sorry is not going to fix the pony here.
I know, but
hold on. Let me talk. I'm being nice now. Okay. It's not going to fix Tony. If that was done in WWE, there's no calling Vince. There's no calling Stephanie or Hunter to say, I'm sorry, let me back in. Once you're banned, you're banned. If you're caught there, you are arrested and charged with trespassing. Bottom line, I'm giving you that advice. So whoever's supposed to be bringing you tickets, I would stop that immediately.
Yeah, so I mean, they're going to remember faces. That's how, they're going to remember faces.
You know people are going to know you, Aaron. I mean, I'm sorry. You know people are going to know you.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, I mean, you'll just have to, we'll definitely, you'll see results of the show, and I mean, I know it's not the same, but that's all we got, man. But I mean, I know you're sorry and everything else, and we appreciate that. But like I said, but this also kind of, I mean, because I actually know a couple of people that have actually know of people who actually cross the barriers at like a WWF or WWE house show, and they are actually on a list where they can't even get into another house event. So even if they go into another city, so if they cross that line to get in there, then they can't go to any other live event. They have to watch from their television. They have to watch from the living room. They can't go to a live event. So, but no, I mean, we appreciate it, and like I said, we'll keep you updated. And as far as with WPW, we'll definitely let you know. And I think the Beyond the Curtain show will be back on May 5th. Wait, I think the 5th. Yeah. So
well, I just want to say thank you for everything.
What?
And is somebody named DQ or GQ or Dairy Queen? Oh yeah, it's time to end the show. Okay, bye.
Okay. Boy, that's like kicking somebody after they've been handcuffed. Oh man!
Oh, just wait now. I kind of want to go watch the show on the first now and see if that happens, so I can kick somebody in the handcuffs. But
oh shit! Excuse my language, man. That is just too funny. I'm sorry. Wow. Oh,
because
crap.
they fear you, Mr. Jones. They fear you. That's why you're banned. Because you can whip all of them.
Oh,
sure.
Oh my Lord. That's
Which,
too
speaking
much.
of which, you could add me to the Facebook chat, Mr. Jones. I'm just saying.
Yeah, well,
I work for you. I promote you. Let me in.
Oh Lord. We'll go from one beggar to another. Jesus. Hey,
yeah,
I
did
my part. I did my part.
Hold on. No. It's on now. The difference between me and Dairy Queen is I'm not soft serve.
Oh. Yikes. Oh my God.
Went there. I'm going there. Sorry.
But is it kind of like this?
I know these back roads like I do the ingrown hair pimples on my ex-girlfriend's front butt.
Is it kind of like that? Oh, yeah. For what? Oh, okay. I know. Do you know who we're talking about here? Do you know what he's talking about here? I know.
That I don't know. So
okay. Well, it's a 120-pound man who apparently was in the business for 20 years, and he cried about his spot on the show. So, and then how things went down. So, it is what it is. That's why you get to a show, know your role, shut your mouth, and do what you can.
So let's talk a little bit now. Do you have another flyer in there?
No, I don't. I didn't get any time. I was trying to do all I could. I was trying to get all these video clips.
Hold on, I can.
Where the hell are you with this? That's why I want to know. Why am I doing all this? Jesus Christ!
Well, I do some of the technical shit. So hush.
Oh, technical, yeah. Make sure my feed don't cut out.
That's all your crap there. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going.
I'm putting gremlins back in your line. You're a jerk. That's all I'm saying.
Just wait till I
Gremlins going back in your lane, sir. There ain't nothing you can change about that. So he wanted to mention something else. I have an idea. Yeah. Oh, okay. Does it sound like that?
I don't have to yet. Shut up. I'm not getting it in there. Getting it in there.
Getting it where?
I got it in. Stop. One more show after that, we have this, which, oh yeah, I can go over this way. Ruby, you go to your right.
Okay.
Saturday, May 8th, and we have a lot of stuff already being signed up and everything. I am fully in charge on this show as the general manager because of the unavailability of somebody we'll be with next week. But one of the things is I can tell you we have a triple threat tag match. And I can tell you one of the participants right now. One of the most popular ones in the area right now is Chaos and Riot.
Yep.
But I know we have Sabotage Squad on the show. We have PT Beckham. We have just so many talents in the area going to be on the show. Tyler Bodine will be in the area for it, along with his manager. And we just have a lot of good stuff happening, hopefully, on the show.
Hey, Mom! The meatloaf!
I was avoiding it, but yeah, we have the guy that's jealous over Meatloaf because how green his eyes get. But yeah, we have Douglas O'Shea there. But yeah, he's there. And I swear if he gets in my way again, I'll send some more people after him if I have to. Although people are actually going to get the job done.
This is a total lie right here. Sorry. That's a total lie. Please.
What am I missing?
So she said, ruin my reputation.
Nina, if you are listening, no, he hasn't. That's who I talked to about that just to make sure and everything like that. And I was being nice to giving Aaron a heads up and all that and not to do that so he doesn't get any kind of trouble whatsoever. So,
yeah.
Man, I missed my shoe broke and I missed the heel of it. But
yeah.
I miss that heel. I miss the heel a lot right now.
Yeah. Sarge is badass, you know. Don't mess with Sarge. I mean, the only thing that's tougher than Sarge is a F5 tornado if he gets sucked up in it. Oh, okay. Hold on.
Wrong one.
Yeah. Hey, GQ will get right on that.
Hey, we have a lot of letters. We have, GQ, double A, and double D's.
Yeah, double D. Boy.
Double hey, D's, guess what? Double D's nuts.
And I told her.
Squeeze my head. It's soft.
You went there. You.
Man.
Oh, my goodness.
I missed the stuff on the other shoe, too, now, but okay.
Oh my goodness. So
well, let's talk now since we already talked about all the shows coming up in the next 4 weeks almost kind of which also ACW will be in Hannibal later on in May as well for those that want to know. Plus you got your Broadway show on the 8th as well.
Yeah. Oh, that's one thing I forgot. My God. That's one I forgot as well. 2 weeks in this actual studio will be Keith Smith, and I'm not talking.
I'm out. I'm glad I'm in another country. I'll be in another country on that show.
Now he was like, "Where's that GQ? I want to have a few
No,
words."
no,
with
no,
GQ."
no. I never pissed him off. Never will. Because
I didn't
like
either.
I like both potatoes and filet mignon to begin with, so
Yeah,
it goes together.
But baked potatoes are more firm than mashed potatoes. Just saying.
So are French fries too, but I mean, we're going to talk about food again because you know that analogy that I did was great. Okay, come on now.
Yeah.
But
at least we weren't called bologna. So I mean, that's that was been warmed in a paper sack for 4 hours.
So let's talk about my interview on Tuesday now. I actually appeared and
that's right.
on their Facebook page. I was interviewed way after, the brutal Bob Evans, way after him. And it was a good interview, I thought, and they did another trivia thing. And I beat them again.
Yeah.
But again, like I said earlier, it wasn't Drake Lee. He was answering the questions. It was me versus the GQ from Wish. It's the referee guy. I forgot his name. It doesn't matter anyway. But it was just asking wrestling managers. And, of course, I got the first one wrong, which I would have got all three right. If I knew, like, I'm raising my hand, it's like, when do you want the answer? As soon as you're done? Because there's a lot of people that wait for the question to ask. Blah, blah, blah. Of course, they were trying to rig it to where I didn't win, but still won.
Can I tell you that I always knew the rules that you have to shout out the answer?
But I didn't.
You didn't listen. Hey, but Wrestle Talk, I mean, they what are we 2-0 now, technically, against them?
It was 3 technically, if you want to be, honest about that. But
yeah, because we did the whole winner take all with just one question, we still won. So
yeah. Actually, it's still 3 questions because it kept tying it.
Yeah, but yeah, I can't wait to get back like on another podcast, and maybe you and I would need to a quiz.
I wouldn't mind being interviewed singular by myself. Okay, let's rewind this. Rewind it real quick. Rewind it.
Rewind it.
Okay. I wouldn't mind being interviewed by myself on that show once too.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, I mean, times. I'm sure times are coming, but we are going to have a busy month. We're going to have a busy 4 weeks. Oh, I will ask that in 2 weeks. I will ask that in 2 weeks.
I kind of want to ask Michael Lilly if he's going to that show on May 1st, the one he just mentioned.
I think he is, because I think he is booked as a referee that night.
Lily, will I see you anytime soon before May 1st? Hopefully, maybe.
Yeah.
Because I may not be able to make it to that, but I need you to do a favor for me.
Yeah. Well, we'll, like I said, we patiently await your answer. We keep baby too. Oh my goodness. Hall of Famers beating up people. That's not nice. I had to tell him, like, you know what? Hey, Keith, you can't really beat up on people. You're a Hall of Famer. You've got standards.
But Lily, the one thing I need you to kind of get done for me, if you could, since he's there.
Oh my goodness.
And you can be sly about it too.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. They'll be sly about it.
Now you caught it, huh? Took you a little bit.
It took me a bit. Yeah, I know. Holy crap. So there may be some other things in the works also within the next 4 weeks here too, but I'm not going to say anything until anything's official. Mm-hmm. So we'll just have to kind of wait for the powers to be.
Afterwards, Ruby.
Okay. Very well. But like with May 8th down to Broadway, they are, so just to let you guys know, the MMWA heavyweight championship has been vacated. So Frankie D is no longer champion because he could not compete due to injury. So the thing I want to talk to Keith or ask Keith about is this, because also on that night there is a Tony Costa Invitational Memorial Battle Royal with the winner getting a trophy. That's also
sworn I heard that idea somewhere before.
Yeah, I know.
The same name of it too.
Yeah, I know.
That person better get royalties for that one.
Nah, so some people come around with the thought process a little bit later than what they're presented with, but who knows?
Get a hold of me later too, please.
Okay, so I think I think we had a pretty decent show. I mean, got a great interview with the Lumberjacks, and
they were the Lumberjacks, and they're okay.
They will not come out to that.
So, Ruby, can you get me a limo from the airport to the where we're doing the show next week? Or
limo? I'll get you an Uber. That if an Uber says that there's a limo,
at least pay the extra money for Lyft.
I need to get my rewards points. Dang it! I want to get something that's going to have my rewards points for Uber. That's why I need to, because then I can earn free rides too.
Okay, the fancy XL.
I think it's P at the end of that.
Mr. Jones, I got one thing to ask you though. Do you still fear the Matt Maniac as well? I'm just wanting to know. He scares the hell out of me. So
I fear he's coming. I fear him coming back and freaking throwing a virus in our system again.
There's a lot of medication that can help that and keep that from happening.
Gosh, that dude. Good Lord. Send him I don't know whether to send him a fruit basket or a straight jacket. That was just not right what he did.
Nutcase.
Oh, there you go. There's confirmation. Who is it? Who isn't?
I think he is more fearful of Matt Maniac's mom for what they did to Benji. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I heard those stories back then, but
yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean, stitches heal, but the scars are still there.
Almost was going to do something that ruined kayfabe, but I'm not going to. So we'll just go. Let's go on to go close the show now.
All right.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Oh my gosh. So guys, this has been episode number 34 of the Falls Count Everywhere podcast. Thank you very much for listening here tonight. And we will be back.
Voodoo gonna win.
Well, apparently now we've got a big fan for not for the Lumberjacks, but hey, who knows? But next week I'll probably be coming back known as Ruby Two Belts. So who knows? But guys, thank you very much.
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, you're done. All right. Thanks very much for tuning in. Next week we're going to be at Outside the Ring STL Studio. Special time start of 6 p.m. And we will remind you on our page, guys. Thanks a lot, and we will see you next week.